The Fred Jackson Show on WBBZ-TV. Sponsored by Buffalo Wine and Brew, Transit Road, Depew. Brew beer, make wine. The Buffalo Roadhouse Grill, Niagara Falls Boulevard near the 290, where the Buffalonians roam. Duville College, educating for life. On the Rocks Liquor, Discount Liquors, Bailey Avenue, Buffalo. And Reimer Heating and Air Conditioning with the Wizard of Comfort and your hometown comfort professionals. Now, from the WBBZ-TV studio at the Eastern Hills Mall, it's time for the Fred Jackson Show with running back Fred Jackson and co-host Bob Kuczynski.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fred Jackson Show. And on my left, the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fred Jackson. And, of course, we have taking questions from the audience from 97 Rock, DJ Dave Jixter's in the house. And questions from the Twitterverse, Mr. Brad Gelber. Let's hear it for Brad. Okay, Fred, as I said in the tease, it's going to be a half hour, you and I, talking about what has to be one of the most disappointing losses in recent memory. And I wanted your take. I mean, you're a captain on this team. You're a veteran. You've had few opportunities to be this close to the playoffs. So tell me and tell our viewers, the game's over. You're walking off the field. What's going through your head?
I mean, obviously, disappointment. It was an opportunity that we didn't take advantage of. And, you know, because of that, you know, we were eliminated. So this has been the longest, you know, that being this late in the season that we were still in playoff contention that I've been around. So you want to go out there, you want to get the job done, win, give yourself an opportunity to go, you know, into the last week of the season to get into the playoffs. And we didn't get that job done yesterday.
That game started out like, you know, honestly, like it was going to be, you know, a lopsided affair. You guys score on your first possession. Oakland's going 3 and out. Orton seemed to have time early. And then after the interception, the wheels just started to slowly come off.
Yeah, man, you got to give those guys credit. You know, they played a good game. Mac had probably one of the best games he's played all season. And they have a guy in Charles Woodson who made some plays for him as well. So you got to give those guys credit. And they made plays when they had to, you know, caused us to sputter on offense. Their defensive line did a great job doing some line stunts, and we weren't able to adjust to that. And it came back to bite us in the butt in the end.
You've talked before on this show, you've talked to me about the inability of this team to run the football. I looked at the stats. Last year, you rushed for almost 1,000 yards more than where you are at this point of the season this year. Yeah. That's a staggering amount of yards not to have piled up this year.
It is, and it was something that, you know, we talked about after the game yesterday. You're not going to beat anybody in the league if you're rushing for, you know, 15 yards in a game. So that's something that, you know, it has been our Achilles heel all year, and it was definitely very evident yesterday. Anytime you don't put up rushing numbers and you become one-dimensional and you allow a team to tee off on you with, you know, great pass rushers like they have, it's going to be a tough day sledding, and yesterday was the case. We didn't get the job done in the running game, and because of that, you know, our offensive line suffered with the pass rush, and Kyle wasn't able to get set in some of his drops, and it caused a lot of frustration for a lot of people on offense.
I know you well enough to know that personal records don't mean anything to you, although yesterday was a milestone for you with receptions. They've been throwing the ball to you quite a bit, especially lately.
Yeah, you know, that's something that I've always prided myself as being able to get out of the backfield. You know, going to school in Iowa when, you know, Marshall Faulk was doing his thing with the Rams, it was something that I kind of modeled myself after, and you know, I've been able to do so well, you know, in the league now, and it's one of those things that I think the more you can do, the better of an athlete you show that you are.
You know, they put this up for us. So look, obviously you're not having problems with the groin.
You know, I stressed it a little bit just then.
Really?
But it's further in the season. It's come along, and I just happened to make that play just now.
Yeah. You could be on Dancing with the Stars with a move like that.
Maybe, maybe not. I think I only got one of those in me, so I don't think I can do that again.
All right. I know you're competitive even if you're playing, you know, go fish. So I don't think you'll have any problem getting up for the New England Patriots. As a team, do you think there'll be an issue going on the road, finishing out the season?
Not at all. You know, I think we have that type of guys in the locker room where we're going to come up, we're going to compete and do everything that we can to go into New England and win the game. We've never won in this stadium, so that's something to play for. And I think a lot of guys will respond to that and be ready to go this week and give everything we have left in the tank.
You're paid to win. I remember reading Bill Russell say that, the great center for the Celtics. Professional athletes aren't paid to play. They're paid to win. That's the goal. So as a professional, regardless of the record, regardless of the situation, that's what it's all about.
We are competitors at heart, and when we step on the field, we want to win a game. So I have no doubt that guys are going to show up next week, you know, put in the work that we need to, and go out and face a tremendous challenge in the Patriots and do everything we can to get a W.
Okay, more with Fred Jackson coming up next on the Fred Jackson Show right after this.